The Central Division of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series is ready for its first ever show. 14 contenders head to St. Louis, Missouri at the Dome at America's Center. Big obstacles will sure make this a fun one to watch, and it's all happening right here, next.
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world who's number one. Pull it up to the line, let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
The Central Division of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series heads to America's heartland. We're here in St. Louis, Missouri at the Dome at America's Center. A huge stadium floor for these drivers to go big on. Lots of big obstacles, some steep ramps, which will be inviting for these drivers to go big. I'm Joe Rakowski. I'm joined in the booth by Trey Bartow. And with these obstacles being so big, do you think this possibly could be an invite for these drivers to go big early on, or is that possibly just maybe something that won't work out with how big these obstacles are?
Well, like we saw yesterday with the East Series, the arena we were at was a little bit smaller than this one, so I think the obstacles are going to allow these drivers to edge it out a little bit more and get a little bit more, air time, so we'll have to see what these drivers do today.
And as you see from above this huge stadium floor, how much room there is for these drivers to go around. We'll take a look at our field of trucks. 14 trucks for freestyle here. First out will be Overboard with William Seaman. They have Madusa with Ashley Boyd behind the wheel, and Wild Hair driven by Roland Holzer.
In Superman, we got Brandon Beal, Iron Outlaw. We got Joe Sandrovich. El Toro Loco is driven by Conrad Evans.
Then we have Mad Scientist with Will Graymont. Lucas Oil Crusader with Jose Mills behind the wheel. And then you have Bigfoot, Keyshawn Richardson.
Gravedigger the Legend is driven by Malachi Rodriguez, Bounty Hunter Zachary DeLello, and Monster Energy Red, Brett Sierra.
Then the final two trucks to take freestyle, Grinder Caden Lemos and Gravedigger with Eli Bright, getting ready for the first truck here in freestyle competition. As you mentioned, it is Overboard that is driven by William Seaman here. Once again, 90 seconds for these drivers, but the different driving styles make this very, very interesting. Looks like Seaman giving the fans a little bit of a show here before. He's waving to them, and he's about ready to start his 90-second freestyle run.
Yeah, might as well give a little bit something for the fans to look at their first truck for the Central Division here. So he's hoping to start it off on the right foot with a nice little jump there over the bus stack, going right into the tabletop there, I would call it, and getting a nice run wheelie on top of that and going right off of it.
And you can already tell with how this freestyle run has started, he's going to try and take it easy a little bit right here early out and then try and go bigger the later we get into this run. He wants to fill this 90-second clock, give these judges something to look at for 90 seconds instead of maybe ending that run early, going big early on. So a little bit of a steadier approach for William Seaman, but it looks like it's working out right now. He's already 30 seconds down with this freestyle.
Yeah, two jumps there in a row, two little nice slap wheelies there, nicely done by him. Just kind of, getting a feel for the course there in the early half of this run. So I believe in the second half there, once he gets a feel for his truck and the way these jumps are, getting handled there, I think he'll start to pick it up there. As you can already see there, a little bit more speed going into that for a nice little sky wheelie, and then a slap wheelie on top of that as well.
That was a nice combo move there, going to the back of that little jump that leads onto that pod type obstacle that we see right there. But with 30 seconds left, you have to think he would step this run up right here with the final 30 seconds. He's going hard to the racing lane. Some nice air, very long launch there for Overboard and William Seaman. But he needs to go a little bit bigger out. But a decent performance to start out this Central Division. It hasn't been too crazy, but it's been a very, very decent run.
Yeah, I would definitely call it a nice solid run as he goes for another slap wheelie there instantly into the back of the racing lane there. So, for the first run of the night, I would definitely call this a nice solid run. He's going to get himself way up there in the points, score-wise that is. So I think, it's definitely the best way to start it out.
And that was the final hit right there. We'll see if he goes into anything for the fans or if he's going to be done. He's going to spin around here. We'll see what he does here. Maybe going towards that pot. It looks like he might be done. It looks like he's going to park it in the middle of the stadium floor. Give the fans a little bit of a picture show right there. Overboard and William Seaman, the first truck out in freestyle. A decent run. We'll see what it scores as we take a look at the replay.
Yeah, you can see here, nice air off that. I believe that was one of the first couple of hits. I believe this is his first slap wheel there. You can see there the back of the truck hit it as he got a score of 18. So like we said, a nice solid run to start off here.
And that was a nice run there. We'll see what Ashland Boyd and Madusa can follow up with. Can he try and take it a step further, or what's he going to do here for his first hit? He spins it around there going towards the racing lane. Some nice air to start out. Going to nose down a little bit. Going to pull that into a wheelie, though. Nice move to start out freestyle for Ashland Boyd.
Yeah, these racing lanes can get you definitely a decent amount of air off of them, so it's always nice to start off your run there. And as you can see, their second hit automatically into a slap wheel there. A little bit wonky, though, so not sure what would happen there. Maybe just a weird hit, or the suspension's a little, softer than he was expecting it to be, but he was able to keep it under control going into our first set of donuts we'll see for the night.
And nice set of donuts there. A little bit of variation for this run right here. Going to come out of them with 30 seconds down, 60 remain. Going to go back to the racing lane. Nice air there. Going to nose it down to a wheelie and carries that wheelie into the pod to get a nice little launch over that obstacle there. So nice trick there for Ashland Boyd and Madusa.
Yeah, definitely the best ways you want to get the highest score is to come up with some sort of like creative combinations or something, as these drivers are really well known to do. So I'll be interested to see what drivers can come up, maybe some signature moves for themselves, or just like something unique that the fans weren't expecting to see.
And nice air off that middle ramp. It's actually going to pull it into a wheelie. That middle ramp very, very steep, so if you go off it at the right speed, you could definitely pull that into wheelie. This track will be accustomed to wheelies. We're going to be seeing a lot of them here tonight with how steep the obstacles are. You can really get some nice wheelies out of this as Ashland Boyd down to the final 15 seconds. What's he going to do to end out is run the final 10 seconds coming up for Madusa.
You can see he's possibly lining up for the backflip. Yes, he is. We'll have to see what he can do. He's going to be able to bring it around almost into a double there. Going to bring it back on the back tires there and kind of try to stop it in a wheelie there, but, very nicely done by him.
The end of the freestyle run for Ashland Boyd and Madusa. We'll take a look at some of the replays. Will that be enough to get the lead early on this freestyle? You see this nice air right here. It's going to nose down. He's going to carry it into a wheelie over the pod.
Yeah, slap wheelie straight into the next jump there. Nicely done. Didn't over-rotate the truck onto the front end, so nice combination move by him.
And here's the backflip at the end of the run. We'll see what the scores are as it comes in. Didn't get enough rotation, but just enough to get that truck back down to all four wheels. That will count as a backflip in the scoring books. As we'll take a look at the score. Second truck out, Ashland Boyd and Madusa. It's a 19, so that'll be 1 point above overboard. So Ashland Boyd right now sits on the throne in the hot seat, currently leads freestyle. Third truck out, it'll be Wild Hair and Roland Holzer. We'll see what he does, what his first move will be to start his 90 seconds. It looks like he's going to go towards the side of the bus stack. He's going to nail into it. Nice air, nice sky wheelie to start his run.
It was a very nice skyly, but hard landing on the back end of that truck there. Hopefully it didn't, break anything, but doesn't look like it did at the moment, so he'll be able to continue on. Another little sky wheelie there over that little tabletop. Then I'm going to call that a tabletop.
Yeah, tabletop pod, whatever you want to call it. It is a unique obstacle. There's a lot of variations, a lot of different ways you can hit that obstacle, a lot of, just different angles you can go about the obstacle. It's one of the most unique, basically, hits on this circuit floor. Nice air there over. He's going to get a nice wheelie out of that towards the bus stack. He'll carry that wheelie up and over it. And into trouble.
Good save by him. The momentum of the wheelie into the next thing almost cost him there, but, he was able to pull it back out. Those tires gripped the dirt there, was able to pull him back around. Now, the only thing he lost was a hood, so, that's what the fans like to see, shed some body parts there.
And now with 30 seconds left, he's going to fly towards the bus stack. Huge air over it. Going to land hard on the rear and into trouble again. Can he save it? Onto his side, trying to get it back over, but it goes onto his lid. I think that's going to be it for Roland Holzer and Wild Hair, and definitely a wild performance for sure. Will that be enough to break the lead? Ashland Boyd has. We'll take a look at the replay for Wild Hair.
Yeah, you can see here, this is, I believe, his first hit. Carried that wheelie right into the next ramp. Right, perfectly down on the backside, but then that little, standalone jump there just kind of knocked him over. But luckily, like I said, the momentum and the tire gripping onto the dirt there was able to bring him back around.
A great save there. That'll definitely score some points for his freestyle run. But right here, this final hit, huge air off of the bus stack, straight up and down, but it's going to land hard onto one side. Kick him over. He tried to do everything he could to save it, just never had the grip to get it done. And we'll see what the scores are for Roland Holzer and Wild Hair. Is that enough to take the lead here in freestyle? It's not. It's going to be an 18, so he ties with overboard there. And that possibly might be because he did not fill the time that the judges may not have liked that. Next out, no. Brandon Beal and Superman.
Superman's always a classic truck to see. We'll have to see what he's doing. Possibly lining up for a little bit of a cross thread action. He's going to back up all the way to the wall. I think we're about to see Superman fly.
Yeah, he's going to try and make that name known for flying, get some nice air to start out that freestyle run. A little bit of a different move. You know, you wouldn't expect to see someone use that obstacle for their first hit. So nice variation move there for Brandon Beal and Superman. We'll see if he can continue this momentum through. Nice air off that middle jump. Can he try and pull it into a wheelie afterwards? It looks like he tried, just didn't have the right angle on landing to make that done. But he's carrying some nice momentum here as he flies around the stadium floor.
Yeah, he's definitely picking it up here early. That's always a nice thing to have is momentum here. You got to make sure you can keep up with hitting all the obstacles, all different obstacles. You don't want to hit the same thing twice. That is a nice little slap wheelie there off the center jump. So we'll have to see what he's thinking next if he's going to hit that little pod there.
He's going to go towards that obstacle, hard in the gas, and makes it fly over the stadium floor, getting a little cockeyed on landing, but great job sending it back down. Down to the final 40 seconds for Superman, and Brandon Beal is going to go towards the bus stack right here.
Huge skywheel off the bus
the
stack.
cape's off.
The back of the cape, just crumbled the cape. So you're going to be able to pull it one wheelie peely there, I would call it. Brought it right back down there, so nicely done by him. That's a little bit of different move. One wheelie.
Oh, onto the side again. Out of control. How do you do that?
I'm gonna start calling Brandon Beal a gymnastic there. That was like a little cartwheel. I don't know what exactly that was, but it kept him on all fours. Now he's going to go for a
He went for a forward momentum backflip. It didn't work out, but the time expires. What a run for Brandon Beal. Only the fourth truck out. And there's a lot to look at in this run.
I don't even know what to call that last move there, but you can see here, this is what destroyed the body of the cape there. Oh. Nice sky wheelie, though. Brought it right back down, and I believe he brought it straight into a slap wheelie as well.
And it was one wheel. Look at this. As the truck starts to go over, you can see he turns the wheel to shift the weight to set that truck back down all fours. Great presence of mind for Brandon Beal right there, but the crazy moves are not over. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm going to call that, I don't know what to call that, a back tuck cartwheel, something, but that was truly amazing right there.
And then this final move as well, a forward momentum backflip he tried to do. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
I was not expecting to see that. He almost had it too. It's just that the tires bounced up and put him back up onto his lid there. So nice move by him. 26, automatically taking the lead.
Yeah, that was no doubt in anyone's mind that was going to be the new leader after that amazing freestyle run. Can anyone try and back that up? We'll see what Iron Outlaw and Joe Sandrovich can do. Fifth truck out for freestyle.
Iron Outlaw is always a nice truck to see out here. Nice air getting off of the racing lane there. Landed it solidly on the ground. You know, the drivers always say the hardest landing is always the second bounce after coming down from the air. So luckily we haven't seen anything happen like that. But yes, another huge air. Watch out for that jump there, but he did a nicely job making sure that didn't go over.
You could tell already Joe George is going on full attack mode, trying to get everything out of the truck early on to try and beat Brandon Beal, because Beal set the bar pretty high at 26 that these drivers are going to have to beat here in St. Louis. Brandon Beal has put that score up early on, only the fourth truck out. We'll see what Joe Sandrovich can try and do here in these final 50 seconds of his freestyle run. Going towards, it looks like the back of the racing lane. Now that can kick you up. It's a very, very steep obstacle. You have to hit it at just the right speed. Sandrovich doing a great job so far. Half the run down.
Yeah, as you get later into the runs here, you know, with different drivers, they're trying to figure out what they can do differently from everyone else. And like you said, Beal set the bar pretty high there. So I'm going to be interested to see what these drivers are going to be able to come up with, if anything, on the spot to try to take that lead. As another huge air with the sky wheelie, kind of caught them sideways.
And two tires gone again. We saw that in the East with Carolina Crusher. And Joe Sandrovich hard on the driver's side this time. A crazy move to end the run out, but 20 seconds left on the clock, and I don't see that taking the lead, even though it had a lot of air and a lot of momentum. I can't see that taking the lead with 20 seconds left on the clock.
No, he definitely left a wow factor with that last move, but as you said, with 20 seconds left, that's not what the judges look for you to fill the entire time. You can see here, it just kind of kicked him sideways there. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but he's going to land on the left side, and that has to hurt. That has to give you whiplash or something there.
Yeah, two tires coming off, never a good sign. It's at 16. So these judges, it looks like early on, they're putting a lot of stock in time management. If you don't fill the clock, it looks like your score is not going to be as high.
That's definitely something you want to do with Conrad Evans here coming out in El Toro Loco. We'll have to see what he can do with the crazy bull here. He's going to hit it off with the pod there. Nice little air, possibly try to put it into the slap wheelie, but no, he's going to be able to hit the backside of that jump, which kind of killed the thing there for the slap wheelie to happen.
Going up there over the tabletop, getting a little kicked out. Going to set it back down to all four wheels, now to the back of the racing lane. Trying to get some nicer off that. Pulled into a little bit of a slap wheelie. Couldn't get that done right there, but a decent start to the run for Conrad Evans. Definitely looks like he's trying to survive early on and go big a little bit later on.
I believe we saw in the E-Series his El Toro Loco teammate caught fire during his freestyle run, so hopefully we don't see that happen with Conrad Evans here, but you never know what to expect.
Yeah, luckily there's no crushed cars to get stuck on for Conrad Evans here in St. Louis, as it looks like he's going to carry some nice momentum here towards the middle ramp right here, towards the back of it. Nice air. He's going to land nicely, pulled into a slap wheelie. Great wheelie there for El Toro Loco, Conrad Evans.
Yeah, we saw what happens when you hit that middle ramp at full speed with Brandon Beal. So I wonder if these drivers are going to take it a little bit easier, or maybe try to complete the forward momentum backflip. And if they do, I mean, I got to expect that run to be pretty high scored.
Conrad Evans going into some Cyclones there towards the barriers. It looks like he's setting up for a backflip with 20 seconds left. Can he complete this one is the question. That was perfect. That's about as good as a backflip you can get. And now 10 seconds left to do something crazy.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's speeding up here.
Oh!
Huge air!
Landing hard! And one-wheel wheelie again! Carried that out. Now all that is counted. He was in that wheelie before time ended, so that all counts towards a score. Now the question is, was that enough? Did he do enough to dethrone Brandon Beal?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really see a wow factor with this run. Maybe the backflip, with the backflip ramp being a thing, that's just kind of like something these drivers, are going to feel like they have to do. So wow factor, I'm not really sure, but solid run-wise, I mean, this run filled pretty much everything.
Yeah, you'd have to think that this may not take the lead, but definitely should get up to about second place with how good this run was. Filled the clock and had some great moves in it. There's that final one, the huge air, turning the wheels in midair, landing hard on the rear, but that truck soaks it all up well, pulls it into a nice wheelie to end out this run as the scores are coming in for Conrad Evans and El Toro Loco, a 23, so that's nice solidly into second place for Conrad Evans here in this freestyle run. As we look forward to our next truck out onto the stadium floor, it is Mad Scientist and Will Graymont.
I think everyone knows the history of Mad Scientist here being the first ever truck to do a forward momentum, a clean front flip at the World Final. So we'll have to see if Will be able to possibly do it again at some point within the Central Division. So, but I think he's going to be able to, as he almost got little sideways there. I don't know what happened after that jump.
And you mentioned that forward momentum front flip. With what has happened so far tonight, especially in Brandon Beal's run, I don't count anything out. Happening here tonight at St. Louis, going towards the back of that racing lane, gonna go up. Oh no!
Oh no!
That's not what he wanted at all. Only 20 seconds in.
I mean, it's kind of like what we saw with Brandon Beal with the center jump there. He just hit that jump a little too fast on the back side of it. It just kind of flipped him over.
Here's that first hit that you mentioned where he got a little sideways on landing. We'll see what possibly contributed to that. It just wasn't a perfect landing.
No, I mean, what you want to do is land on all four tires at the same time, but if you get a little one way too far, it's going to try to flip the truck over. But right here, that was just weird. You just hit a little hard with a 7, so definitely didn't expect a high score for that. Definitely not what he wanted to get out of this.
And that's a shame to start the series like that. You want some momentum to start out. You don't have that now. We have Lucas Oil Crusader, Jose Mills out. He'll go right to the pod for his first hit. That was a little bit of a different first hit there. No one's really gone down towards that way to start their freestyle run. He's going towards the back of that race lane, and knowing from what you just saw, he's going to take it nice and easy over that and get a nice slap wheelie, dragging the rear end of that truck onto the ground.
It's always nice to see the rear end of the truck being dragged on the ground, making a little divot from, bunching up the dirt there. So nice slap wheelie from his. He's going to be able to take it back on the backside of that little pod there as well. Combination it up with the next jump there. Wow, I can't speak today.
And getting a nice little endo out of that right there as he got towards the barriers, able to set it back down before he got into them. Nice move again over the tabletop, going to land it nicely in the rear end, take it into a wheelie, into the racing lane, kick him sideways, now onto two wheels. He pulls it back down. Great job by Jose Mills.
That's one of those things where we said in the East, when these drivers get on two wheels, you just want to kind of turn into the flip and just kind of gun it and hope for the best. Is another wheelie. Wow, some of these terminologies I cannot say.
Going over the tabletop again towards the pod with 20 seconds left. Nice air. He's going to go into the back of that ramp, though. Bouncing around onto the end. He stays in the gas. Oh!
What a save by him. Holy cow.
Now they've shut him down, it looks like, with 10 seconds left in the run. If he can refire it, he has 10 seconds to do something crazy.
Little reverse move there. I haven't seen that yet.
Staying in reverse. Oh, towards the backflip. Look at that.
Oh, no. Watch out for the...
Oh. Landed on the barriers there. But what a crazy way to end this freestyle for Jose Mills. Let's look at some of the replays here. And this is the save he had as he wheelied into the back of that racing lane. Got him a little crooked here, but he's going to get up onto two wheels and pull that truck back down. Actually, one wheel.
Yeah, that front wheel there was just able to grip enough to pull it back down. You can see here, I believe this is where they are at Adam. Hit the back of that jump there, crooked him, and then what gripped here? Was it the smallest part of the front tire again?
It might have been. I mean, look at that right there. He just stood in the gas, and maybe they shut him down as he was going towards that wall, and it might have actually helped him get back over.
I think it definitely did, but I mean, for him putting in reverse right here, filling up those last 10 seconds, I think that was the best option he could have done there.
Yeah, and right here, he sends it to the backflip ramp, and it goes for a wild ride. Look at that. Towards the barriers, and actually impacts them. What's the score going to be is the question. It was a very, very decent run for Jose Mills. It's a 23, so that puts him into a tie with Conrad Evans and El Toro Loco for second place. Brandon Beal still sits on top of freestyle with about half the trucks remaining.
We got Bigfoot here with Keyshawn Richardson filling in the iconic name of Bigfoot with the trophy truck body style here. So we'll have to see what he can do. Keyshawn's known as being a wild man himself, so I expect some wow factors coming out of this run.
That was a nice little move there over the back of the racing lane. Got the wheel set onto the top of it and then drove off it. Great move there for Keyshawn early on in this freestyle. He's going to go towards the front end of the racing lane. Some nice air off that. Got a very, very long launch from that obstacle. Still searching around here looking for his next move. He's going to go off the tabletop. Nice air. He's actually going to clear that tabletop, set him down, and he's going to go towards the bus stack.
Nice combination moves here, keeping his momentum up a lot. As we've seen so far with the scores, I think the judges are looking for the drivers to fill the entire time and getting a unique wow factor into their run as well. So we'll have to see if Keyshawn can fill both of those check marks.
And he's carrying some nice bigger momentum now. It looks like he's ramping it up as this run goes on with now just over 30 seconds left, pulling out some bigger moves, bigger air, and just taking these corners a little bit faster than he was early on this run. He knows now it is time to go. It's time to get busy if you want to dethrone Brandon Beal and Superman.
He's definitely doing everything he can just to make sure that the momentum is not killed. As he's on two wheels, watch out for the barrier there. He's going to... I don't know. He might have just grazed it there, but he was able to keep the truck going there. They didn't RII him either, so good save by him.
He now has 5 seconds left. What is he going to do to end out this freestyle run? Looks like he's going at the bus sideways. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I would count that as a backflip. I don't know about you, Joe, but I think that was a backflip.
I mean, we kind of saw that with Justin Zeidel and Gravedigger in the East Tour, but this one looked a lot more aggressive. Here's that save you talked about near the barriers. It looked like he may have just kissed the barriers, but right here as he lands, look, he turns towards the backflip ramp, and that's what sends him on his side.
Yeah, right here. He has to watch out for those, those walls there, those containers, just a little bit of braking gas. Just tapped it, so I'm presuming that's why they didn't RI him. And right here,
look at that wheel.
He just stuffed it in there. But luckily, it brought him around there, so I don't know if the judges would count that as a backflip or a save or whatever they'd count it, but a score of 20, so I believe that puts him into third place, I believe.
Yeah, that would be a tie right there. Now we have Gravedigger the Legend coming out onto the circuit floor. Let's see what this truck can do. Obviously a part of that Gravedigger name. Always a crazy, crazy truck to look at. We'll see what he could do for his freestyle.
As he's already up on two wheels, a little bit of a bicycle there, but he was able to bring it back down, so already you can see him trying to go out on the edge.
And some nice air again over that bus stack. Landing nice and hard onto the stadium floor. Going to take it towards the backflip ramp. Maybe lining up for it. Nope, he's going to go towards the tabletop. Trying to get some nice air early on. Looks like he's trying to just get some air going in this run towards the back of the racing lane. Might pull into a wheelie right here and does. That's a move everyone's trying to pull here tonight. Get the best wheelie out of it.
It might as well. It's one of the most well-known moves in Monster Jam, and it's also, I feel like, arguably one of the easiest to pull. So might as well just check that off your list as you're doing
Oh,
freestyle
in
there.
trouble!
But cockeyed.
Oh.
He broke the back wheel. He's going to try to save it, though, but he's not going to be able to bring it around.
And I think that wheel definitely hurt in his attempt to save it, but that will be it for Rodriguez here in Gravedigger the Legend, and that definitely is not going to be enough to dethrone Brandon Beal, as it looks like right here. Here's the final hit.
You can see there just shifted from one side to the other, put him into a little bit of cartwheel then right there. All that weight going onto that back wheel there just kind of snapped it off of the brake disc and all the suspension parts there and just kind of flipped them over.
And it's a 13 for Gravedigger the Legend. Definitely not what he wanted to start out his tour here in St. Louis. Next out, Bounty Hunter Zachary DeLello. We'll see what he does for his first hit. Not the first time we've seen Bounty Hunter. Obviously saw it in the East Tour with Luke Rainey. Didn't have an amazing performance there, but a decent performance. We'll see what DeLello can do here in St. Louis.
Already, as you just saw there, almost hitting the wall, but was able to miss it, so he didn't get RII'd. Tried to go into a slap wheelie, but didn't really get all of it in there, so didn't really get the slap wheelie out of that, but he's going to turn around and try to hit the next jump here with the little pod there. Maybe try to get a slap wheelie out of this.
Did get a little bit of one, but just not enough. Didn't have enough kick up to make that work. Going to spin it right into the tabletop right there. A very fast spin to try and get into that obstacle. Looks like he's going to cross-thread now over the bus stack. Going to land it hard on the bus. Great save. Oh, it's not over yet.
Little bit of a sidewall action there, but he's able to bring it back down. I thought he was going to try to save it on top of the bus there, but, you know, he carried onto the other side of the ramp, so good save by him there. Now looks like that save kind of upped up his, adrenaline there, and it looks like he's going a little bit harder.
Yeah, you kind of think with these drivers, they're maybe going to go big later in the runs. That's huge right there. Nice sky wheelie. Drivers who go big later in the run, when something big happens, that is maybe their cue to ramp it up, because now he has 20 seconds left. Going to go off the racing lane towards the tabletop. And what moves can he do to end out this run to try and beat Brandon Beal and Superman?
Almost stuffed it into the top of that jump there. He's going to go for the backflip here. He's going to be able to do it successfully. He does, but he's going to possibly doesn't over-rotate it there, which what I thought he was about to with the front tires, but he's going to hit the jump again. Almost get cockeyed with that with the last hit, I believe.
Oh, my goodness. That just tore the wheel off. Now, that obstacle is supposed to be a makeshift backflip ramp with the tires in it, but that did not work out well for Zachary DeLello. I think he tried to get there before time ended, but I think time went out just before he hit it. We'll have to see here.
But you can see here, this is where he did his save on top of the bus, but he brought it over to the other side, got up on to his right side there, and again, he just turned into it and gassed it and hoped for the best, and he was able to bring it back down.
And then right here, we have a nice view from the top of the backflip ramp. See that truck do it. And it just didn't have enough rotation. But luckily, he was able to set it back down. Then this last hit right here was very, very violent as he tried to get him before time ran out. And I don't believe he did. Look at this. He just stuffed it right in. The wheel knuckle, everything coming right off of that truck. And I don't think that'll be enough to dethrone Brandon Beal for sure. We'll have to see what the judges thought of this run. Will it be enough? It's going to be a 20 right there, so it puts him into a tie with Lucas Oil Crusader, with now only 3 trucks remaining to knock Brandon Beal off of the hot seat, and Missourian Brett Sierra in Monster Energy Red out onto the course.
We saw in the East Series, it was Monster Energy Purple, so nice little red factor with this one, red and white, nice combination. As you can already see, a sky wheelie off the backside of that jump. He's going to put it into the little jump, already up on 2 wheels, a little bit of a endo there, but he was able to bring it back down on all 4.
And if there's anyone who wants to perform well here in St. Louis, it would be Brett Sierra. Basically, it is his home event right here in St. Louis. He wants to perform well for these fans, these hometown fans. Can Sierra go wild for these fans in the stands and try and claim the freestyle victory?
Fans in the stands, nice job. I'm going to start calling you Dr. Seuss there, Joe. I think it works well. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that one now. But as you can see, Brett Sierra here lining up. Going to go for the middle jump there. Didn't really go as big as everyone else did, but he's going to go for a nice slap wheelie there.
That is about as perfect of a slap wheelie you can get right there. He carried it for a long time. That was a very, very great move for Brett Sierra here, so he's down to the final 35 seconds.
Another slap wheelie there. He's going to bring it into the next one.
Oh, no.
Attempt double front flip. Is he going to be able to pull it out? I think they RII'd him.
They probably RII'd him. As soon as that truck hit, it was bouncing towards the wall. And with over 20 seconds left, with how the judges have been putting a lot of emphasis on filling the clock, I don't see that being able to take the lead from Brandon Beal.
No, I don't think so either, but at least he left his hometown crowd with something to remember him by. As you can see here, the nice slap wheelie down the center of the arena there. As you can said, it's perfect as you can get with the slap wheelie.
And then right here, this final move as he took it into a wheelie and said, you know what, whatever, and tried to get it, and it just didn't rotate enough. If he would have rotated just a little bit more, he maybe had a shot, but land on the tail end of the truck, and it sent him into a wild, wild rollover as Brett Sierra leaves a lasting impression on this crowd. A 19 for Monster Energy, and now 2 trucks left to try and dethrone Brandon Beal, and our second to last truck, the penultimate truck of the night, Grinder and Caden Lemos.
Always nice to see Grinder out there. Advanced Auto Parts Grinder, that is. You see already going for big air off that pod there. What a way to start out his run.
Starting out aggressively here. We'll see what he can do to try and fill this clock up and try and get rid of Brandon Beal. A huge sky wheelie there, hard on the rear end. He's going to take it into a wheelie there. A great move and a great save right there for Grinder.
I'd call that a combination sky wheelie into a slap wheelie there. Nicely done by him. That was a hard landing on the back of the truck, though, so don't know if he'll be feeling that in the morning. Already.
No. Oh, no. Was that too hard too soon, maybe? He tried to go big, and it just didn't work out.
Definitely not what he wanted to do there. I don't know what I don't really remember what he tried to do there. I don't know if it was a slap wheelie or just a bad landing there, but I guess we'll have to see in the highlights.
And with 50 seconds left, obviously not going to take the lead here from Brandon Beal and Superman. But look at this right here, hard on the tailpiece. He was more than perpendicular to the ground. I mean, that was absolute insanity. He was going over backwards by the time he hit that ground. Pulled into a nice wheelie, though.
He did. Like I said, combination sky wheelie into a slap wheelie here, but this next view here, we'll have to see what happens. So he got good air off that little single jump there, but he caught the back end of the truck. Yep.
That was just hard flip over right there. Tore off the rear wheel, and obviously not going to be able to take over the freestyle lead. And that's going to leave us one truck to try and get rid of Brandon Beal and Superman. Right now, the score to beat a 26 for Grinder. It is only a 10, but one last truck, and it's another hometown kid coming out here to try and dethrone Brandon Beal. It is obviously Gravedigger and Eli Bright.
Eli Bright. Big fan of Gravedigger, also a big fan of performing at his home track here, just like Brett Sierra did. So we'll have to see what he can pull out of his bag of tricks in the green wrecking machine.
See, he's backing up here, setting up with that ramp. It looks like he's going to try and send it flying above the other obstacles. So we'll see. This could be his first hit, giving the fans something to look at right here as he sets up for it. And there he goes. He's going to step in the gas. Huge
air.
And landed it nicely.
I think he landed it about as good as you can land it here.
And you can see he's already carrying a lot of momentum. He knows he has to go crazy in this freestyle. Huge air already. Oh, it tore off the whole body.
Wow, I did not think that truck was going to be that destructible there, but as you just saw there, landing it on the back there just shredded the entire body there. But I don't think he cares. If anything, that clears up his vision more.
Yeah, and you can see there's body parts hanging. I think he would love to get those gone so he can carry momentum. Finally, it does. It was just dragging on the ground, probably slowing him down. But now he could just go crazy and try and get rid of Brandon Beal's lead. Huge air off the middle stack. Going to get a little sideways on landing, but still carrying that momentum, that Gravedigger momentum out here on the circuit floor halfway through his run.
He's definitely trying to hit everything he can. He's going to hit that center jump, a single jump again. I mean, he's going to land it on top of the bus. Get it across there. I don't know if you would call that into a combination of a crosshead there, but another huge air off that little pod section there. Brought it back down on two wheels. He's going to bring it back around. Good save by him.
Now this is looking like it could challenge Brandon Beal. It had enough momentum. Does he have some more wow factors? More nice air from the Gravedigger. Getting sideways again towards the wall. As long as he doesn't hit it, he has 12 seconds. Now 10 left to try and win this freestyle. Towards the pod. Huge air off it.
He's going to bring it back down, possibly go straight into the backflip ramp. He does.
Whoa!
He's going to go. Is he going to pull it out of it?
Oh!
He saved it.
Oh, and into the wall hard. Eli Bright and the Gravedigger. He did a lot. Wasn't enough is the question. We're going to find out just a little bit. Remember, score to beat Brandon Beal and Superman, a 26.
This is where the body shredded here. Sky Wheelie just hit it on the back of that ramp there and just tore off everything there.
Now, do you think this was enough to get rid of Brandon Beal's lead. Remember, it's a 26 he needs to beat. He had the markings to do that. Did he have enough, though?
I don't know if I wouldn't want to be a judge right now. That's all I know.
Yeah, these runs were so similar, had crazy moments, had momentum, but this final hit, if Eli Bright wins it, this would be the one to put him over the top right here. Huge air into the backflip ramp, and I don't know what you call this move they did at the end, but it was something special.
Yeah, I mean, he went straight into the backflip ramp. He was probably full throttle, one tire off of it. I don't know if you'd call that a corkscrew or
corkscrew, twister, I mean
360. I'm not sure, but then that one wheel just gripped, brought him back around. But as you said here, he's going to nail the wall here.
I think he was probably full speed to it to 25. 1 point short. Brandon Beal is going to win in Superman. How about that?
I mean, he did have everything you needed. I think he filled the entire time, tried to do that forward momentum backflip there, so I would say it's pretty deserving of the win.
See 26-25 Superman, Gravedigger, but a great start for all these drivers on the page. Remember, top 8 at the end of the series, at the end of 5 events, advance through to the World Finals from each division. Some of these drivers down here now on the cut line, though, of making ends. We'll go and look at the early point standings. Superman, Gravedigger, Lucas Oil Crusader, El Toro Loco, Bounty Hunter, Bigfoot, Monster Energy, and others on down, as some did not start out well. One final event for this weekend. It will be out in El Paso, Texas for the West Series event. That will be a fun one for sure. A lot of heavy hitters out there. We'll see you guys then.